We're almost finished on this road. You can see more industrial stuff. Easy clean. It's a truck and van wash. Business park, which is roofing supplies apparently. I don't know. You can get a hand car wash for £5, and I think I just felt water spray on my face. Not necessarily a bad thing, it's kind of cool. This is always fun, see if Maya will go up on this. Maya, go up. Up. Up, Maya, up. Gives her a little exercise. Good girl. Nice little cafe. Never been in there. We're going this way around. Oh, might have to stop for a pee. She likes to try and pee on every little bit of grass we come across, just to let everybody know she's been here. It's quite awesome. Hello. Hello, hole. We're coming to the end of this road. There's turning off that way. I've never actually been up that way. I go this way. This is Tinnock now. Fuels. Interesting things. We'll be coming up to the fish place soon. Absolutely reeks. Come here. Wait. Nobody's coming. Cross. No. Stop pulling me across the road. Now, a while back, I used to go out through this way, as you can see in a minute, but it's all fenced off now. Another thing they've done for years, you used to be able to walk through there, and used to be all train tracks. Trains have not been here for years, and there's a tunnel actually at the end of it, and you come out the other side. Big truck. Dogs aren't too sure. Even I get a bit intimidated by them. Go up this way. This bit's going to go a bit longer because I'm going to show you the empty pub. It's all usually had its windows smashed and other such things. Oh look, he's got Spider-Man on his truck. Hi Spider-Man! Hi Spider-Man! Did we meet Spider-Man? Oh, you did? You didn't care. I don't think they noticed, to be honest. No, the front door's open. Well, not the front door. I think that's technically classed as the back door. We're going to cross over quickly. Cross. No, there's desperation is to get to the other side. Oh, the doors have been opened. When I was here last, there was no doors open. Oh, they must be working on it. I thought they were just going to demolish it. There's someone working inside. So interesting. There used to be a sign that said it was going to be demolished, so maybe they changed their mind. There we go, it used to be called the Passage House. As you can see, all boarded up. Still getting deliveries. Ushers. And now we've got to cross over again because this road gets too thin. Wait a minute. Cross. Problem is, it's very tight corner. Have to be careful what comes around. It's quite worrying sometimes. The melt. another snack van. Again, not something I've had food from. I'll show you later where I get my lunch from, because it should be coming up to 12 o'clock now. I left at 11. I'm going that at the moment it's probably about 11:15 if everything's planned right. There's some nice large rocks, and then we're going to walk up that way to the fish centre. Actually, first I'm going to sit down for a minute because it's quite warm. Oh, time to sit down. Take a break. I wish we could take a break in the shade, but we can't. Right. More hot and it is quite warm. You hot? Quick place to stop for a drink. There's actually fresh water coming out of the drain there. Every thousand on the drink. I didn't sit down for much more than a minute or two. It's really too hot to even sit down. And my time was off. It's actually about 12 o'clock. Are we done? Big old lorry goes past. Luna's very thirsty. Maya's not as thirsty as you think she is. She's panting, but Luna gets much more thirstier. All done? Come on then. Ooh. That's had something blown in my eyes. Yeah. See, this is where you can see the stop sign. That's where we sort of used to come out. We're coming up to the fish place. Which in a minute is where they'll get to be off lead. See, that's where we used to come out, but we can't come out anymore, obviously. This is the fish. I used it into fish. Doesn't smell too fishy today, but sometimes on Sundays it really reeks. I was a bit scared of that. She just falls for it every time. Not sure quite why. Probably because it's a bright yellow colour. Luna, heal up. There's that fishy smell. I like fish, but it's like not the good fishy smell. Look, there's the ocean. Well, not the ocean, the sea. Could be a bit dangerous walking in the road at the moment, but you can generally hear it. It's easier to walk in the road to see where we're going. Another scrapyard. This is a hill and we're going to start walking up it, but very rarely do you see cars come up here. The only time a car comes up here is to the house that's at the top, which you'll see in a little bit. So generally they can actually go off lead here because we're away from traffic. We're not the only ones. Loads of people let their dogs off up here. It's not really a public right of way. Some people may not like the idea that a car can still come up here, but to be honest, I've walked here 2-3 years now and only ever seen 2 cars. And I walk up here about every month or so. I try not to make it too regular, otherwise it gets kind of boring. I'll show you quickly on the walk. This is really fantastic. I'm not sure, I don't know anything about it to be honest. I have no idea what it means. I'm guessing Christian type or something. I'm guessing religious at least. Who knows? So just waiting for a bit of shade, we sat down. Nice seagull. Not really the most adequate of places to sit, but it's in the shade. I'm getting a bit hot myself. Should have brought a drink for all of us. But if we get to Captain Jasper's, there should be a drink for the dogs, usually is. Nice and cool once you sit in the shade. We got up and walked. My legs have gone numb because I've sat down for a good 15-10 minutes. It's just a sign that says guard dogs. They're Great Danes. We don't used to hear them, see them a lot more. They used to sometimes like to hang up to the top and see their heads poking over, but it's been a while. I'm sure they're still there, but probably people complained about being scared by them. Didn't bother me, to be honest. So I'll show you. I'll show you in a minute a proper drop right. Look, there's the hoe. You can see the front wheel. It's going around. Paying for that, it's like 11, 12 quid or whatever to go on it. It's ridiculous. For half an hour. Look at that. Because they think it's the London Eye. So who wants to pay that? They don't even allow dogs on. There's a big chain gate. I usually like to get the dogs to jump over it, but I'll try today, but I can't film it because I can't do it with one hand. Come on then. I'll show you again. It's another part. We're still on this walk. It's quite a bit of a walk really. See if I can get one without all the plants. It's really funny for you to see. It seems like there's a bit of a railway track and it goes off. I'm not sure quite what that's about. It's rather funny. It reminds me of like a roller coaster. Just starts coming down and then boop, just stops. Very bizarre. Beautiful. Can't wait to go take a mini dip. I'm hot as hell. There's the house where the Danes live. We're about halfway through our walk, through the whole walk now. They're on leads because we're coming up to the road. I used to put them, when we used to get to the bottom, that's when I used to put them on lead. But someone thought it was a great idea to climb there, and there's like a car dealer, what do you call it, a car selling thing on the other side. Well, they absolutely found it hilarious. It took me a few minutes to catch her, so she goes on lead early on now. There you go. Car lot, whatever you call it. That's where she was in. Yeah, you found that funny, didn't you? I certainly didn't. You can see we're coming up the road. It's not a very busy road. The busy roads are further down. This big red building is actually the cinema. Only rubbish for your day.